Hello dear Worldy subscribers, this is Energy Forecast for August 2020 Part 2. During this period July-August, this is what came to you earlier, starting in May, even if it seems to you senseless, too fantasy and unrealizable, everything that comes to you as ideas, insights from space, at this time will have tremendous development and continuation, will change your life and the life of people. This planet is the most fantastic, unreal, this is the foundation of the future that opens before us. These ideas are now in space and knock on those who resonate more in their mindset with this. This is an opportunity to realize your potential in this world. If you miss it, others will do it, but it is better if you and others do it together, so you will find like-minded soul mates. You will be fine and the whole world will be good at all from this. Do not be very distracted by the events of the outside world. In fact, everything happens there without our active participation. Devote more time to yourself and your aspirations, hopes, the desire for your life to be interesting to your soul. Even after all the external ones calm down and the external world comes into harmony with a person, little dependent on this scale, a person is not yet aware and is only a witness of what is happening by the power of will. Nothing changes at this level. The world develops independently of events due to some force majeure circumstances. Like the same coronavirus, for example, although this is a very narrow example, the variety of such events is huge and a person cannot always recognize them. When you are very fond of the events of the outside world, do not just participate in them, but live them, make them a priority. You forget about the desires of your own soul, to get specific life experiences filled with the desired events and sensations in this world. You deny yourself this, becoming a fighter with external circumstances. But it is the desire of the soul that develops and changes this world when you strive to fight and confront it, and you get it as a personal experience when you strive for peace and well-being completely. Trusting this space and get to think about what your true aspirations are, follow them. If all people aspired to the world of well-being, beauty and harmony, then the outside world would adjust from resonating with these vibrations. If you are constantly fighting and are in opposition, then you broadcast it into space and it creates, adjusting your desired conditions. If the majority does this, then we get a dead end in life from which we are looking for a way out, because we focus not on what we want, but what we are afraid of. Therefore, non-existent enemies are broadcast in space: struggle, hatred, and anger, opposition and fear. This world from the point of view of logic seems strange. Opposition does not give the expected results. Opposition intensifies opposition. Struggle intensifies struggle. The outside world always adjusts to our interests and meets our expectations, gives the desired experience for the soul. But it is worth distracting and shifting your focus of attention to beauty, goodness, love, prosperity, and everything magically transforms. You begin to notice exactly this, accept it, rejoice at this. So immediately the outside world adjusts for you to this. Your mentality in life is filled with other events. This is a fabulous and magical world. Pay attention to this, and if most people do it, then imagine how the world will change. But for you, not everything depends on the person from people. Few people have their own minds and few people are able to choose their own life. They simply do not know how. They most often live as others command, but those others also do not know how. The blind leads the blind. People do not grow up on this planet bringing themselves to the state of exhaustion in life, morale without strength and energy, without promising plans for the future and the desire of the soul, but at the same time the soul does not mature. The young one leaves and not having received here what he came here now for. In human society, having your own desires is generally considered something terrible and even negative. A person here is not a free soul with the right to choose. Therefore they do not grow up and leave without living. Without understanding anything in the world of matter, in such conditions of low frequency, souls come here and believe it is not people who are to blame for this. Therefore, it is preferable to go to other worlds to higher frequencies, but our souls wanted here to show the strength to get new experience. Now there are no weak souls here on Earth. Strong souls came here from all over the universe. In order to go through this period of transition on this planet, we came in full confidence that they would be able to manifest strength and gain a foothold in the spirit, in the given conditions and given vibrations for our souls. This is very interesting. That is why the Earth is now so overpopulated. But most of those incarnated cannot overcome or even connect to energy life to your own spirit in these conditions. Therefore, such a sad manifestation, therefore, faint-heartedness, there is a lot of anger and envy, therefore, such an early departure from this life to another soul comes to this world to grow and develop, and if external conditions do not develop, it squeezes and destroys the soul and life, like in a wheel in which squirrels spin from day to day, the same thing without development prospects. They prefer to leave at an early age before reaching the astrological age of growing up, without developing in conditions where there is no development and the opportunity to express themselves. The souls of people will leave, and this year there are a lot, and for various reasons, but always, by the free will of the soul. Life and age of life is not the phenomenon of time and compulsion. Its development according to uniform cosmic laws in a harmonious combination of desires and free choice. My soul again became carried away after my sad story. I can please the fact that in August we have to become an observer with the most curious events. There will be so many of them, and they will be very large scale and very fast and very light in their own way. Everything will become clear and understandable to acquire their forms. You are watching the events. Do not forget to ask yourself who you are, why are you here, and most importantly, what do you want to embody, the ideas of your soul. Do not forget to write down all the new things that come to your mind, and there will be a lot of this. Now just have time to write down almost immediately. There will be opportunities for the realization of what was conceived. Since August, the most interesting period of this magical year begins, full of opportunities, and you must definitely take advantage of them. Follow the desire of your soul and it will lead you in the right direction and more global development. I am now observing a lot from what was said in that video. Well, for now, in the form of general cleaning, when all the garbage and dirt are pulled to the surface, we have to become witnesses of many more interesting events. And one more thing is important: the world is changing as if suddenly a grandiose development and expansion falls on our head. Actually, in the coming months from August, a very interesting phenomenon will begin. Money that has been hiding somewhere for so long will be found, or not found, but will be exposed to the white light, and there will be a lot of them. Perhaps a lot of them will crawl from all the hidden cracks and cheek cubes, from all the hidden places where they were hidden and lay idle. Since August, all money will find things to do, and for the good of all society, to all mankind. The old way of life was closed for a rather long time. Everything was reset to zero and the money was hidden, not so much by people as by circumstances through people, so as not to interfere with the resetting of old programs in a certain period of time. Money as energy is a program for expanding the development of movement forward that, when closing and resetting old programs, it is impossible. August changes everything. From August the programs for the expansion of new eras begin to take effect. This applies to everyone who lives on this planet and whose souls have plans to stay here and develop. To develop this world. In the meantime, dear subscribers of the world, repair your DNA. If working on yourself creates you difficulty, we invite you to learn about yourself and your power from Abundance Handbook. You will find there healing guides that will help you figure out how to work with energies. We'll give you tools and keys. How quickly go from 3-dimensional reality to 5th dimension of consciousness. Link to Abundance Handbook you will find under this video. Only love.